Welcome back to Landing Zone Home. Today I'm going to talk about fresh water in your recreational vehicle. This is my Airstream here, and I'm going to use that as the example of how to keep your fresh water fresh, clean and sanitary, and keep you healthy as well. But first, I wanted to invite you to subscribe to Landing Zone Home. Here you'll find videos about recreational vehicles, about life here on my micro farm, some of the travels that we do. I cover a lot of the systems that you'll find on your RV, electrical, plumbing, a little bit of solar. I do have several solar projects that I have designed and installed. I do a lot of reviews of campgrounds and give you a lot of scenery as we go on our hiking adventures. So please go ahead and click that subscribe button. And now let's get started with the video. Well, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have a water hose that is designated for drinking water. Usually they're white, like this one is. I've also seen them blue, but you can read the label and see that they're lead-free and that they are used for drinking water. You do want to use a water filter. It's a good practice to put the filter online on your hose if you don't already have some filtering system installed in your rig. You can pick these up at Walmart or at any RV store. They're pretty inexpensive. You can order them off Amazon, and they do help in preventing some small particles from entering your water system. When you're storing your hoses, make sure you take the two ends and connect them together. That will prevent anything from getting inside the hose while it's in storage. And periodically sanitize the hose ends, the connections. You can do that by getting the spray bottle and using a concentrate of 9 parts of water, 1 part bleach, and just spray down those connections. I also spray the faucet at the campsite, because you never know who was using that before and what they were doing there. So just a quick spray around that faucet with your bleach water is going to help to kill whatever germs are on there. Just take your mixture of Clorox and water, give the faucet a couple of sprays to make sure that you're killing whatever is on the surface there. Cut the water on and let it run for just a few seconds before you hook your hose up to make sure if there was any debris or whatever in the line, you have flushed it out. Something else you may want to do is to use a separate plastic container for your fresh water hose and your filter, and I also have a water pressure gauge that I keep in there. This just helps to keep some separation from some other items that may be in your storage compartment that could be contaminated. Note number 1, if you have a black water flush valve such as this, you always want to use a designated hose for black water flush. I have a gray hose, and that's all I use it for, is that. So the first don't ever use your freshwater hose to do black water flush. You also want to keep separation of your hoses. Don't let your freshwater hose come in contact with your black water flush hose. Keep them in separate compartments, keep them separated in some way just to prevent that cross-contamination. And a big thing not to do is don't handle your sewer hose and then go back and handle your freshwater hose. Use gloves. They're well worth the price. But a procedure that you may want to put in place when you're hooking up is do the clean items first. Hook up your electricity, hook up your fresh water, and get all that good before you ever start thinking about touching the sewer hose. That's a whole separate process that you want to keep separate from the clean items. And one last thing I'd like to stress is at your campsite, if you have full hookups, you have sewer there, you have a water connection there, please do not use that water connection to rinse out your sewer hose. This will help to keep those campsites cleaner, and just be a good neighbor and think about the people that's going to be coming in after you, and try not to leave any residue on the ground. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the little bell so you get notifications of future videos. And until next time, thanks for watching.